Hi everyone, I want to welcome you to Yin Yoga today. My name is Emily and we're going to do just a quick 30-minute practice today, and if you have any props, feel free to bring them. I would recommend at least a blanket, if not two, and if you have any blocks, definitely have them handy. If you don't have any blocks, that's perfectly fine. Pillows will work great, two of them, if you have them handy. And if you don't have any really thick blankets, I would try towels as well. Those are a good alternative. And my little buddy here, Chewbacca, will be joining us. He's my little yoga buddy. He's often in all of these videos. So let's get started. We're going to start in a nice, comfortable, seated position. Eyes are closed. Shoulders are back and down. And just start to become aware of your breath. Taking deep, full, long, and steady breaths in and out through the nose. We are going to begin our practice today with the pranayama called samariti, even breath. Breathe in through the nose for a count of 5, then breathe out through the nose for a count of 5. Full, long, steady, and controlled breaths. Just 5 more rounds of samariti, even breath. In through the nose for a count of 5, then out through the nose for a count of 5. Deep, full, long, and steady breaths. Now keeping your eyes closed, we're going to inhale the right arm forward. And on an exhale, we're going to fold down to the left side. And we're going to hold here for a few moments. And I want you to really reach to that left side. Trying to keep that right knee down. And I know this may become discomforting, but as long as it's not painful, I want you to hold it here, okay? We're stretching out that right side of the body. Now you can, if you do manage to open your eyes, you can look forward if you like. You can bring that head down. Try to keep the eyes closed. It makes holding this pose here for a few more moments a little more comfortable. On an inhale, we're gonna raise up nice and slow. So take your time coming up out of that pose. Arm comes down. Inhale, left arm comes up. Take your time. Exhale, take it to the right side. So again, you're reaching through that left arm, reaching down to the right side. Try to keep that left knee down, left hip down. And again, if the eyes open up, that's fine. You can look forward, you can look down, but try to keep the eyes closed. Now remember, you're in Yin, so you may find this a little discomforting to hold for a few moments here. As long as it's not painful, sharp, stabbing, shooting pain, try and stay in the pose. We're looking for that edge, that point of discomfort. So we're gonna find we increase our mobility, increase our strength. We're looking for that point of discomfort. So try to use that breath work that we just started in the beginning of practice, our samariti, pranayama. Focus on your breath. Opening up this left side of the body now, really reach through those left fingers. So don't hold the breath here. Inhale, slowly come up. Take your time. Once you're upright, if you need to, go ahead and do some shoulder circles, going back. And then go forward. Take your time. And we're going to be getting into caterpillar, our forward seated fold. Now you can use a bolster, you can use a blanket, you can use a pillow, whatever you would like to use as a prop, or no props at all. Again, this is caterpillar, a seated forward fold. Legs are together. Folding at the hips, you're leading with the chest. If you are using a prop on top of the legs, make sure that it is going vertical up and down. So if you're using a bolster or a pillow, it's going vertical up and down the legs here. Because on top of the legs are relaxed, so they're not pointed or flexed. It's a nice big inhale. And exhale, folding forward, lead with the chest. Cheek or forehead is on the bolster. Shoulders are down. Nice and relaxed. Now remember again, in Yin, we're focused on finding that edge. So it's not how it looks or how you look in a pose, it's how it feels. So you're wanting to feel that discomfort. You're wanting to go towards that edge. So in this pose, we want to be feeling this in the backs of our legs. So hamstrings, backs and knees, calves. Some people even feel it in the back of the ankle here. Depending on how you are folding forward, if you are folding at the hips, so you're not rounding the back so much, not a lot of strain in the lower back. If you are folding or rounding, the back, you're going to feel it a lot in the upper back and the lower back. So try to fold at the hips. So try to push the chest forward. Okay, nice straight back here. Try to drop the head a little more. We're here for another 3 minutes. So remember, we're holding poses for an extended amount of time. This will cause a bit of discomfort in the body and in the mind. So this is where you start to use your breath work the most. Get out of the mind. Get out of that part of you that says, I need to get out of this pose. Stop that type of thinking. Use your breath to calm you. Don't think of what you need to do next. Just focus on your breath. That's all that matters at this moment. Okay, take this time for yourself. This is the time, this is a place for just you. For your mind, your body, your spirit. Take this time. Truly relax here, the lower body. If you are feeling any strain in the upper shoulders here, which personally I do when I do this pose, I have really tight shoulders. If you are turning from one side to the other, so if you've got that cheek on any of the props, if you're using a bolster or blanket, go ahead and just turn to the other side. You're going to notice that you're going to feel a pull in the other shoulder. So this is a nice little stretch in the shoulders as well. It's not as intense, but I want you to stay folded forward. So I say this in every one of the Yin classes, don't come up and down out of any pose, okay? Stay exactly where you are in your posture. Coming up and out of any Yin pose can be harmful to you, can cause more pain and more discomfort than you need to be in. We got another 10 rounds of breath. Think back to our pranayama, samariti, even breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. When you're ready, inhale, start to walk the fingers back and slowly lift up out of caterpillar. Your seated forward fold. Any props that you are using that are on top of the legs, go ahead and place them beside you. And then go ahead and point, flex the feet, shake the legs. If you want to do ankle circles, you can. Going left, right, out, and in. And then we're going to get into butterfly or Baddha Konasana as an active practice. Now we're going to do a forward fold in our butterfly. Now if you have blocks, you can use them. So butterfly pose or in an active practice, Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet come together, knees out. So we're going to do a wide posture here. So I want you to think a diamond shape in between the legs. Okay, so you want the soles of your feet a little bit further from your center. Okay. If you have blocks, you can place them under the knees for support, or if you have blankets or towels, you can place them underneath the knees or pillows. Anything kind of prop it up. If you have a bolster, pillow, or blanket, it can be in between the thighs, okay, as you fold forward. When you are ready, just like in any other pose that I say in our yoga class, I really want you to have a nice straight back when you fold forward, because if not, it's going to hurt the lower back a lot. So folding at the hips, nice big inhale, exhale, fold forward, fold with the chest, and then come down onto whatever prop you're using, unless you're not using any props at all, which is fine. Cheek or forehead onto your bolster or whatever prop, okay? Going to be holding here for 5 minutes. Now, you are wanting to be feeling this insides of the legs. So you want to be feeling this in the hip, groin area, inside of the thigh, inner knee, and sometimes some people even feel it on the inside of the bottom leg, so the inside of the calf area here. Now, I often hear a lot of people say that they feel it on the outside of the legs as well, so the outside of the hip, outer thigh, and outer knee. It all depends, again, on where you need it the most as well. So if you're using any props, say you've got a block or you have blankets or pillows underneath the knees, you probably won't feel it as much in those areas on the outside, opposed to someone who isn't using them. They'll probably feel it more on the outside of the legs. So if you're looking to feeling it more in those areas, you can try not using any props. But the majority of people will feel it on the inside, and that's where you want to feel it, is the inside of the legs. So again, groin, inside of the hips here, inside of the thigh, and inner knee. You want to be dropping that head down. You want to be steadying the breath. So again, think back to our pranayama, samariti, even breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. So deep, full, and steady breaths. That is what is going to help you get through that discomfort, help you sit at your edge. If you find that this is too easy, this pose, and you're like, you know what, I'm not feeling anything, and you're using props, take away all the props. Try no props at all, and you're like, you know what, I still don't feel anything. You might be one of those people that are super flexible. With me, I often feel like no props at all, I still don't feel anything. And I am super flexible. I have to have my heels super far away from my center to feel anything. And so I have to have a real big diamond shape in between my legs in order to feel anything in the inside of the legs. So that is another option for those who feel like this pose, you're not getting to your edge. If you feel like you're feeling way too much, even with props, then for that, I would suggest bringing the heels closer to you. Okay? But I want to say, as I say with all of these poses, find that point of discomfort, find your edge, sit in it. Don't go from one variation to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. Okay? That's where we find injury. That's where you find pain. And when you find injury and pain, then you don't want to do it again. And I really don't want you to not enjoy Yin and not find the benefits of Yin. So really stick with one variation. Try it. If it is super painful, then take my suggestion of a different variation. Try that. If something is just, no-go, definitely reach out to me and ask me of a different variation that you can try. There are a ton of them. So we can find something that works for you. And there are seriously a million different variations that you can do. You don't have to look like what I'm saying. You don't have to look like this. It is all about how it feels, okay? As long as you're working the inside of the legs, that is what is important, not on how it looks. We're here for just 10 more rounds of breath in whatever variation you are in. So make these last 10 rounds of breath count. Go to your edge if you are not already there. Sit in that discomfort. Use your pranayama. Use that breath work that we did at the beginning of class, samariti. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose. Take your time. Really breathe here. Relax down into the pose. Take this moment to just think about your body. Think about your breath. Close the eyes. When you're ready, on an inhale, we're going to sit up. Nice and slow. Take your time. Once you're upright, we're going to bring the knees together. If you had any props in between the legs, remove them first. Any props underneath the knees, remove them. Legs come together. Then one at a time, extend the legs out onto the mat. Point and flex the feet. You can do ankle circles. Left, right, in, out, whatever works. Shake the legs. And then we're going to lay on our backs. We're going to do some spinal twists. So you will need either a bolster, a pillow, or a blanket. Whatever you have handy will work just fine. Make sure nothing else is behind you on your mat. Okay. And then lay all the way down onto your mat for your spinal twists. So if you are using whatever prop you are using, whether it's a blanket, bolster, or pillow, you're going to want to have it on the right side of you. And we are going to do a double leg spinal twist. Okay. So making sure that your shoulders are flat on the mat. Arms can either be beside you or hands on the stomach for now. Go ahead and bring soles of the feet onto the mat. Knees are back. Lower back is on the mat. Just take a moment here. Just a couple deep breaths. And then when you're ready, hug knees to chest. Rock side to side. And then a double knee spinal twist is just a typical spinal twist. We're going to drop both knees down to the right side. Okay. You can place it on the bolster, blanket, or pillow. Arms at your side, palms open facing sky. Or you can grab onto your elbows and you can have them outstretched over the arm, or excuse me, over the head. Eyes are closed. Make sure you're relaxing the hips here, relaxing the knees. You're going to be feeling this on the outside of the left hip the most. Lower back. If arms are outstretched above the head, you can be feeling it in the shoulders. Last 10 rounds of breath here. Really relax those hips. Taking your time. And a hug knees to chest, rock side to side, forward and back. We're going to take it to the left side, so the props that you were using or prop you were using on the right side, you can use on the left. And when you're ready, we're going to bring knees down to the left side, nice and slow. If you had arms outstretched over the head, you can do that again. Now you're going to be feeling this on the outside of the right hip, still feeling it in the lower back. This is a spinal twist. Again, eyes are closed. When you're ready, hug knees to chest, bring it to center. Rock side to side, forward and back. You can slowly rock upright, come up to seated position, or you can rock down to your right side and push yourself up. Either way is fine. We'll all meet in an upright position. Shoulders back and down. Hands either in your lap, on your knees, or at your side. I want to thank everyone for sharing a practice with me today. Namaste. I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you. And Chewbacca says thank you too.